Okay. All right. Hey, this is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much for joining me. It is at the end of the day. As you can tell, I'm tired. Okay, so the reason I want to talk to you today is we're going to talk about relationships. And I know this is not probably for a lot of people, but this could be for somebody. And please share this if you think somebody might need this information. Yeah. So we're going to talk about relationship. A woman with children. It can be a guy. I'm just starting off with a woman with children. When she has responsibility, when you have responsibility, the very first thing in your mindset when you go out and you want to date, the very first thing I want you guys to realize is that you are in a surviving position mentally or within your mind, trying to find a partner. Okay. And guys, when you find a woman or a partner who has kids or responsibilities, please be mindful that they are in a surviving position in the very beginning of all relationships. Okay. When I say surviving, I'm talking about that person, the woman in this context. She may not have enough time that she wants to give to a relationship, so there's a conflict. She may not have enough money to apply to the relationship, and she needs help. She may have some medical issues. She may have past traumas, right? So what all I'm trying to say is when she's surviving she's a survivor trying to find a partner, there is what we call walls up, and there's guards that's guarding her from doing things to a relationship. What is it really that she's guarding herself from? She's guarding herself from on the other side of the spectrum, and that is nurturer. A nurturer is a type of woman who is good to her partner. She's loving to her partner. She respects her partner. She's caring to her partner. I've said this numerous times, it has nothing to do with cooking, cleaning, and sex. If that's all you have to offer a relationship, everyone, if that's all you have a relationship, you won't keep a man long term because he can easily substitute, meaning he can do it himself. Okay? I'm not going to go too deep into that. I think you understand. A mature person and a nurturing woman in the context, she's good to a person not trying to find something out of it from that partner. I'm good because I want to be good. And if you're not good to me, it's just a matter of time before I leave you. But I'm going to be myself. I'm going to treat you the way I want you to be treated. That's a mature nurturer. So you have a surviving mentality, and then you have a nurturing mentality. What's in between is what we call sabotage. Okay? So she's guarding herself in the surviving position to get to that other spectrum, which is the mature nurturer. And right smack in the middle is sabotage. What is sabotage? I'll just read it just so you can have a clear understanding and we can be consistent. The deliberate attempt to damage, to destroy, to hinder a cause or activity. Okay, so let me repeat it. A deliberate, meaning I'm willfully trying to damage, destroy, or hinder the cause or activity in this context is the relationship. So I am doing damaging things to this relationship. We call this self-sabotaging the relationship. Okay. you have to be very, very careful when you have a transition from I'm meeting you, I'm a survivor, and I'm submitting you to you, and I want to nurture. Okay, in somewhere in that between, somewhere in that there and in between, if they ever think that you're not the one in context, meaning I don't have money, you don't have money. How can we survive to a lifestyle, a common goal, if neither one of us have money? Okay. You don't have enough time for this relationship. You're a player kind of thing, right? You're not mature enough because my kids and so on and so on and so on. Okay. There's going to be a reason why. They're not going to tell you the reason why. They're just going to put it in their head. I'm done with this relationship, but I don't want to seem like I'm an a-hole, right? Because I am, in context, a woman who can be a nurturer. I can be a good person, a loving person, a respectful person, and caring person, but not to you. And so therefore, I'm going to self-sabotage the relationship. I'm going to damage this relationship, destroy the relationship, hinder the relationship from moving forward. Okay. Ladies, please be mindful. If you ever find yourself doing something to damage, destroy, or hinder your relationship, please be mindful that the guy could be a codependent. A codependent, we should know, is someone who from childhood comfort a parent in a traumatizing relationship. So when they grew up until become an adult, there's still that nature of them to comfort the person who's hurting in that relationship. They're there to deal with it and comfort, and they're codependent. And sometimes it can be not healthy, especially if a person is sabotaging the relationship. So they're going to be abusive. They're going to be blaming. They're going to act a certain way. They're going to look a certain way. They're going to even go to the extent of cheating on you. But if the guy is codependent nature, he ain't going nowhere. Because a good guy, as soon as you start self-sabotaging the relationship, a good guy would have gotten frustrated with you real fast and called you an a-hole and leave, right? Because that's the ultimate goal of a self-sabotager. You want them to leave. And so in this context, I'm just only bringing this out just so we can get a understanding of how a relationship could play out from a beginning, a survivor relationship, a person, for various reasons, have guards up, but want to eventually find a partner where they can be a nurturer, good, loving, respectful, and caring. But there's a long journey to get from one end to the other end. And so in one instance, which is in today's time very common, is sabotaging the relationship. And where I'm finding the frustration is continuously being built on both spectrums, because the woman don't want to just simply say, I want to end this relationship. For some reason, they just don't want to say that. And so they want the guy to get frustrated and leave for some reason. I don't want to get too technical with that, but let's just leave it there. And ladies, you have to be careful, because it's backfiring if you find a codependent kind of guy. He's going to be with you for a little more in time. Okay. What can you do, ladies? Well, the truth is, in a relationship, you have to realize, if me, and I'll just use me and you as an example, if me and you were starting to date, I know I'm educated, I'm experienced enough to realize you ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. No one in this thing we're trying to do is perfect. But what we're trying to do is find little nuggets here and there that can sew us together so we can unify ourselves. And if we can deal with past traumas, medical conditions, financial conditions, time issues, and so on and so on, if we can deal with your issues, then we don't have to go through that self-sabotage, and we can just go straight into the nurturing position. I take care of you, you take care of me, and we're both filling a gap to achieve a common goal in life. That's what a relationship ultimately is. And I'll say this again, and well, I don't think I said this, but anyway, if you're selfish, meaning I'm only going to treat you good because I want you to treat me good. And if you're not treating me good, I'm not going to treat you good. That's selfish. If you find somebody like that, let them go. If you don't believe in a relationship, meaning I have low self-esteem, I have issues, I have fear about this relationship, I'm fearful if I start being mature and nurturing, I have a fear. All of that you're going to have to deal with, guys. Okay, if this is a man or woman position, you guys, you have to deal with that, and you have to take your time. Give it time to deal with that and move on. Don't look at sex, though, as the permission or the agreement of us having a relationship. No, it's just sexual frustration. We're just trying to have sex. Call it what it is, right? That's just what happens in a very, very day or two. We just want to get that out of us, okay? And if you guys are willing to move past that, then you got to get past the understanding that this is not about cooking for each other, cleaning for each other, or any of that. No, because I've said it numerous times in my other videos, a mature, nurturing relationship is with the understanding that I'm going to treat you the way I'm treating you because I want to treat you this way. And if you don't treat me the way you want to treat me, right? We got some issues. But my point is, if you're tired, I'm going to cook for you. If I'm tired, I hope you can cook for me. And if we're both tired, we'll order out something from the food restaurants and so on, right? That's a mature, nurturing relationship. That's for the goal of coming together to achieve or to fill in the gaps to achieve a common denominator, common goal of the future, right? But it is a long journey. It's a time-consuming journey, and there is no moment to say, I'm in a relationship. No. There's a moment where it says, I like you and I want you to be in my life. That doesn't transcribe or translate into we're in a relationship. That's one thing I want you truly to understand. A relationship from one spectrum to the other spectrum is when they get from a point where good, loving, respect, caring is there. And they're doing it because they want to do it, not for an alternative motive. And you can test the alternative motive very easy, right? If you just simply go to some women and say, hey, I don't have money, what you going to do? What we going to do? Their cause and effect of that information will determine if they are gold diggers or using or whatever. Okay. Let me see, making sure I got everything. So yes, so the guard from surviving, and it would carry over into sabotaging, and it would carry over into the nurturing. And then after you get comfortable, and I'm talking about comfortable, and you'll know when that time comes, you're comfortable of living each other, you can start to build a relationship. Okay? For some people, that can take months. For some other people, it can take years. So I'm saying this, ladies, is to simply say, I said that for the guys, but for you ladies, I want to say when it comes to time, guys typically come to a conclusion that they're going to want to be with you very quickly when you guys get together. Okay. It is the woman's position who will self-sabotage or let the relationship go or become the nurturer. Okay, that's the woman's position. A guy will be there just tagging along. Okay. But ladies, don't feel like you have to be forced to be with him just because he committed himself to you. Doesn't mean that you need to commit yourself to him. A relationship is hard and it's not perfect and it takes time. What is the time? To get to know what they're capable of doing. But in doing this, ladies, if you find yourself saying that man A has this capabilities but I got man B, if he can do these capabilities and man C can do those capabilities. Ladies, if you find yourself like that, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Even though you have men in your life, you're still going to be single in your life. Because once a guy gets inside of knowing what you're all about, he will see very quickly what you're all about. And then there is no trust in that relationship, and mature, nurturing relationships, the foundation of it is trust, which we can talk about that another day. All right. So I hope I simplified it enough where we can understand what I was trying to say. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know down below. If you have some other issues that you really want to talk to me about, please DM me. Just DM me and I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys offline. All right, guys? All right. Have a great night, day, depending on where you're at. I'm going to finish up and call it a day. All right, guys. Bye-bye.